In 2022, Kanye West peaked at a net worth of $2 billion, one of the wealthiest Black musicians in history. In the space of 24 hours, his empire crumbled overnight. $1.5 billion gone. But here's what most people missed in the wreckage: what he did next. Welcome back to The Money Move. I'm Amber, and today we're breaking down the most expensive single month in music business history. But before we get to the collapse, you need to understand exactly what was on the line. Because by 2021, Kanye West was not primarily a musician. He was a business empire that also made music. The numbers prove it. Let's break down what this empire actually looked like. The Yeezy brand alone, analysts put it somewhere between $3 billion and $4.7 billion. The Adidas partnership was pulling in $1.7 to $2 billion a year, and Kanye's cut of that was roughly $150 to $220 million, about 11 to 15%. Then there was Gap, a 10-year deal signed in 2020, projected to bring in $1 billion a year on its own. Add in $90 to $110 million in music catalog value, plus another $100 to $120 million in real estate and other assets. Tally it all up, and Forbes had his peak net worth sitting between $1.8 and $2 billion. This is critical to understand. Kanye West didn't just make money from music, he made music work for the brand. And then the brand turned him into a self-made billionaire. The lesson starts here, and it starts with Nike. Before Kanye West was a billionaire, he was a producer nobody wanted to sign as a rapper. Labels thought he was too soft, too different, too Kanye. He proved every single one of them wrong. But the real money move didn't come from music. It came from a disagreement with Nike. Nike refused to grant Kanye royalties on the Air Yeezy line because he wasn't a professional athlete. He walked away and signed a landmark partnership with Adidas in 2013. That single exit unlocked a business worth billions. And Nike lost out on what became the biggest non-athlete sneaker franchise in retail history. But here's the move most artists don't make. Kanye didn't just sign an endorsement deal. He negotiated terms that almost no artist in fashion history had ever secured. He kept full ownership of the Yeezy name, kept creative control, and negotiated himself a royalty of roughly 11 to 15% on every wholesale sale. The model was elegant in its operational structure. Adidas manufactured, distributed, and marketed. Kanye created, and Kanye collected. He used limited drops and artificial scarcity to turn a pair of trainers into a cultural event. Lines around the block. That is not a sneaker strategy. That is a luxury goods strategy applied to streetwear. And it propelled him to billionaire status. That's the difference between an artist who signs deals and an artist who engineers them. October 2022, Paris Fashion Week. Kanye West sparked immediate controversy wearing a White Lives Matter shirt, followed over the coming days by a series of widely condemned anti-Semitic statements in media interviews and social posts. The fallout was immediate and catastrophic. The corporate exits didn't come one by one. They came all at once. Balenciaga cut ties. Creative artist agency dropped him. Gap ended their Yeezy Gap partnership early and pulled product. MRC shelved a completed documentary. Foot Locker pulled Yeezy inventory from store shelves. And then, on October 25th, 2022, Adidas officially terminated the Yeezy partnership with immediate effect. See, Forbes had chalked up $1.5 billion of his net worth to the Adidas deal alone. So the second that deal died, his listed net worth cratered, down to around $400 million overnight. But here's what shocked the retail world. Adidas was now sitting on approximately 1.2 billion euros in unsold physical Yeezy inventory. The product existed, the demand existed, but the corporate relationship was severed. That tells you everything about how fast a corporate partner will cut you loose the moment your brand becomes a liability. When a company would rather eat a write-down worth hundreds of millions than stay in business with you, you haven't just lost a deal. You've lost corporate distribution. And in retail, global distribution is almost impossible to replace. Almost. Let's do the maths. After October 25th, Forbes revised Kanye's net worth from $2 billion down to around $400 million. Now here's where it gets interesting. From a pure business perspective, Adidas was legally stuck with over €1 billion in Yeezy sneakers they couldn't brand as Yeezy anymore, but couldn't just destroy either. So they did something unusual. They released the remaining inventory in batches, under the Adidas name alone, and donated a portion of profits to anti-discrimination organizations. The first clearance sale brought in $437 million, without the Yeezy name, without Kanye's marketing, without a single limited drop or cultural moment behind it. The Yeezy brand was so powerful that even stripped of its own branding, people still bought. That's not a failed brand. That's a brand that survived its own creator's worst year. So what did Kanye do next? He cut out the middleman entirely and launched Yeezy.com. No corporate partner, no retail broker, no licensing split, just him and the customer. Here's the move in plain English. Every dollar that used to get sliced up between Adidas, the stores, and the distributors, it doesn't get sliced anymore. He just keeps it. Take the YZY pods. $20 flat, sold direct. Smaller price tag, sure, but he's betting volume makes up the difference. Let's put the old deal and the new one side by side, because on paper, this looks like a demotion. It wasn't. Under Adidas, Kanye got paid like a landlord, not an owner. 11 to 15% of wholesale. So for every $100 a store made off a pair of Yeezys, he saw 11 to 15 of it. But the scale was massive. Adidas's factories, Adidas's stores, Adidas's global reach, all doing the heavy lifting for him. The catch? Control was split. Adidas called the shots on where it got made and where it got sold. And the vulnerability, well, we already covered that one. One phone call and the whole thing's over. Now flip it. Direct sales through Yeezy.com means he keeps everything, minus what it actually costs to make and ship the product. No landlord this time. He's the whole building. The trade-off is scale. He's not moving product through a global retail network anymore, just direct drops, but total control. The brand, the pricing, the timing, even the customer data, all his. So no, the numbers aren't what they were at the peak. Without Adidas's factories and stores behind him, the volume's smaller, and so is the valuation. But here's what matters. He owns the trademark. He owns the brand. He owns the customer data and the release schedule. In October 2024, Adidas and Kanye settled everything out of court. A partnership that was worth billions ended with a signature. And Kanye walked out of that era with the core asset completely intact, the Yeezy brand name, 100% owned by him. Most creators who lose a massive deal like that would have run straight to another big company. They would have accepted whatever bad terms they had to, just to get their stuff back on store shelves. That's usually what happens when someone else owns all the machinery behind your business. Kanye took the do-it-yourself route instead. Now look, building everything yourself and dealing with factory headaches is slower, harder, and risky as hell. It's not gonna make you look like an overnight billionaire on paper. But every single dollar that comes in goes right into your own pocket. And if you're releasing music independently right now, we actually wrote a complete 25-step operational playbook called the Independent Artist Launch Ledger. It walks you through setting up your legal, financial, and distribution infrastructure the right way, so you keep 100% of what you earn. The link to grab your copy is in the description. Nobody can kick you out of a house you actually own. Love 'em or hate 'em, what happened with Yeezy shows why owning your brand is the ultimate safety net for any creator. So learn the difference between getting paid a cut of someone else's business and owning the business yourself. Because when the deal is over, whatever you actually own is all you get to walk away with. Next time on The Money Move, we're going inside the world of T-Pain, how one of the most influential hitmakers of the 2000s built a massive music empire, revolutionized modern pop sound, and then faced catastrophic financial losses that nearly wiped out his fortune. And if you want to see how an independent artist builds global leverage while keeping full control of their business from day one, check out our Central C breakdown, linked on screen right now. Hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
It's faded, baby.